Rod, good afternoon. I guess I'm just curious for you, what were the emotions like going into your first Big Ten game and getting this thing started at the Power Five?
Sorry, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, there we go. Gotcha.
So I guess for you, what were the emotions like going into your first Big Ten game, first Power Five game on Friday night?
Excitement. Just really excitement. It wasn't really a lot of nervousness. I was just ready to get it going and get the first game out the way.
You played well, you graded out well. Do you feel like you proved anything, or how do you look at how you played?
I think I proved a little bit, but I feel like me personally, I could have done a lot better than what I did. But I'm just thankful to be in the position that I'm in.
Hey, Rod, your first play in the Big Ten, you get a tackle for loss. Take me through what happened and how that felt.
Well, throughout the week of practice, that play right there, I saw it so many times during practice, and I saw it in the game. I was like, oh, it's on. So then I just attacked the center, released him, made a tackle in the backfield. I was like, dang, I really just made that play. And I'm in the Power Five. Like, I'm here. Like, whew.
Yeah, and how different was it? I know you've gone up against teams like Clemson in the past, but how different was it going against the Wisconsin offensive line, which is known as one of the best offensive lines, than going up what you went against in the MEAC?
For me, going up against them, it was just, I thought to myself, it's time to make a name for myself. Like, I was ready for all the smoke, all the action, I wanted the pressure, so I was ready to compete. And yeah, those boys are bigger than, most O-linemen in the MEAC, so I know I couldn't slack off.
What's that mean for you going into this week and the next week, just to have some success in your first game?
Well, after talking with, relatives and them telling me, like, after the performance that people told me I had in that game, it's like, yeah, you can't let up now. It's time to show them what you got.
Thanks, Rob.
Hey, Red. Thanks for doing this. First question I have, is there anything that I guess really surprised you playing against Wisconsin? I know you said that some of those guys are bigger than something that you may have seen traditionally in the MEAC, but what's the biggest takeaway that you have from the Big Ten, I guess, after 1 week?
Whew. Biggest takeaway. I don't know. I was just in the moment. I was just excited to play in my first game. Yeah, just excited to play in that first game.
And then if you could walk me through that sack that you had, I think it was in the first or second quarter. Kaelan helped you a little bit on it, I think, as well, but you got most of the credit for it. What was it like to just get that first one? I know you talked about the tackle for loss, but sacks are, I know, what you really strive for at D-tackle.
Yeah, so, before the game, I was like, I got to get a sack. And if I get a sack, I'm throwing up the hooks. So I gotta shout out my fraternity. So when I saw the quarterback, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm about to get this. And then I was like, after the play, I knew what I was going to do. So I just threw up the hooks, and I was like, yeah.
When you say throw up the hooks, what's that mean? And what did your fraternity brothers kind of say to you afterwards, maybe after they saw you throw up the little symbol that you guys do?
Oh, yeah, I had to shout out the Rock Out Boys. That's my line. I had to shout out my LBs and everything. So my fraternity, Omega Psi Phi, we throw up the hooks to represent that. And so after I got the sack, that was a celebration.
Thanks, Rod. Really appreciate it.
Kedrick, you're up.
Hey, Rod, just real quick, can you kind of tell us a little bit? I mean, obviously, losing is not ideal. What was the mood of the locker room like after the game last Friday night?
It wasn't good. It wasn't good, I can tell you that. Nobody wants to lose like that. It was kind of just, we knew what we did wrong. We know what we got to get better on. There was no need to get on each other about what had already happened. So.
Rod, it seems like Coach Lovey's system just kind of suits you perfectly. Am I wrong in that, where he likes his D tackles to get up the field vertically, and you're not doing a whole lot of space eating? You're trying to shed blocks and you're trying to create havoc in the backfield. That seems like your style.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely trying to make plays every chance I get.
Is it a situation where you like to go forward, and it's a perfect scenario for you, that you're not trying to just eat up blocks in a sense for other guys to make plays?
Yeah, it is a perfect scenario. When other teams recruit me, I saw they had 3-man fronts and everything, and of course they tell you, oh, they do this in the NFL, but I like the 4-man front better. That's what I had at State. I had success with that, so I just want to keep that going.
From a pass rush standpoint, last question is, I know Lovey was a little disappointed in how you guys weren't consistently able to get to him. Are there things that you guys have seen on film that you guys just need to do better, or is it an effort thing? Is it an execution thing? What do you, what's your evaluation on how you guys can get into the backfield a little bit more on Saturday?
It's kind of just, how can we get in the backfield better? I guess as a defensive line, we just got to be more aware of where we're at. Just got to be more aware. Like, we're in a perfect position, but we don't see that perfect position, so then we get out of that position. So we just got to be just more awareness.
Thanks, Kendrick. I appreciate it.
I guess I'll jump back in real quick here, Rod. You mentioned, your family talked to you after the game. What that mean to you to be on national television on a Friday night with your family spread out, wherever they would have been, I guess? What would that mean to you? That seems like quite the big jump from maybe a year ago.
It means a lot to me because they had a watch party planned like 3 days ahead of time. So, my mom, she went on live and everything, and I saw their reactions and to the plays I made and all that, and it just, that's what I live for. I do it for them. So when I see them reacting to me, it just puts a good feeling inside.
Where was the watch party at?
Buffalo Brothers.
So did you get a lot of, I'm guessing, maybe videos sent to you from them of the watch party and after you got off the field?
Well, at the watch party, it was like my mom, dad, aunts, uncles, people who weren't really tech savvy, so they weren't really sending me videos all the time. But, I had my friends and stuff from my last school and here now, and, from the past that, they sent me videos on Instagram, Snapchat, and all that.
Thanks, Rod.
Hey, Rod, Joe DeHaan at Purdue exponent. You touched on this a bit earlier, but where are you and where is the team confidence-wise in your ability to bounce back and just have a strong home opener this week?
Yeah, so confidence-wise, I'm just ready to go against anybody, really. I just want to prove myself, and, having that first game against Wisconsin, it doesn't get any better than that, number one O-line in the nation. So when coming into that game, it was just go at it. Don't worry about messing up. Just go full speed. Whatever happens, happens.
What's it like preparing for an offense like Purdue that has so many different running back options that can do different things and have different styles?
You just gotta be aware of their tendencies at running back. Yeah.
Thank you.
If there's still time, I'm sorry, I had connectivity issues. You have time for any more questions, Rod?
Oh, I'm all good. I got online classes, so.
All right, appreciate it. I had a question just about South Carolina, and just it's a pretty football-rich state, a lot of tradition there. Who'd you look up to when you were coming up? What types of players you emulated, or coaches that meant a lot? And have you noticed anything different shifting out of South Carolina coming here to Illinois?
So starting from my freshman year, I looked up to Javon Hargrave. So when I first came into South Carolina State, you know, they were always comparing me to him. And so I would go and watch his film, see what he did. I would watch the old film, see what he did in games. Got to give a lot of credit to Coach Blanchard, bringing me up over the years. He was real hard on me. You know, as a freshman, you're like, why are you so thing he did? And, you know, it brought me to the player that I am now. Got to give a lot of thanks to Coach Pugh, too. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be here. So,
Who did you root for growing up?
growing up, I was a Carolina Panthers fan. With college football, it was North Carolina State. But, you know, they didn't come my way, so it's all good, you know. No hard feelings, but
And you may have touched on this already, so I apologize, but a game under your belt, I know it's not the result you wanted, but is it further validated your decision to come here and not any other places that you had offers for?
oh yeah. I like it here. Good decision.
How so?
I mean, with a coach like Coach Smith, I mean, that's at least 15 years of NFL experience. So any question I have about the next level and with the resources that they have here, you know, there's no reason for me not to be prepared.
Well, thanks much, Rod.
Rod, as a quick follow-up to that, like, do you ever look at what's going on at Florida and go, glad I'm not dealing with that? Like, they haven't played in a couple of weeks and I'm having COVID issues constantly. It seems like you kind of made the right call.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like the past couple of weeks, when I saw the COVID case and everything, I was like, dang, you know, oops. I guess I did make the right decision.
Thanks, Rod. Appreciate it.
You're good.